Thank you. Please have a seat. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. Professor Dr. Surakyat Sathirathai, Chairman of the University Council, Professor Dr. Willard Puriwan, President of Chulalongkorn University, distinguished faculty, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, as well as all the young students who are here. Jitin and I are truly honored to be here with you today to receive an honorary doctorate from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand's first and most prestigious institution of higher learning. This is something we hold with the deepest appreciation. Thank you. Let me tell you a story. When I was a young student, first in America and then in England, I was, like many students, far from home, often homesick. And when you are Bhutanese homesick, this has a particular flavor. You see, there were no Bhutanese restaurants, none. Not in Boston, not in London, not anywhere. So no ematatsi, no kyawatatsi, no proper rice with spicy curry. I would wander the streets hungry for home and not find anything. And then I discovered Thai food. The spice, the rice, the warmth. It was not Bhutanese, but it was close. It was my comfort food. Every Thai restaurant I walked into felt like a small piece of home. I cannot tell you how many green curries saved me during those years. Thailand fed me, quite literally, when I was far from everything I knew. So my connection to Thailand began as many great relationships often do, with food. But food was the only beginning. During my student days, we were each asked to give a short presentation about our country. When my Thai classmate stood up, she gave a presentation that stayed with me for over 2 decades. She spoke of Thailand as a Buddhist country, not only in name, but in daily practice. She described the temples across the country, the monks walking barefoot at dawn, the young men who willingly set aside time to ordain and learn the Dharma, and the women who became nuns. She spoke of how the Buddha's teachings shaped the Thai character, making Thais sincere, humble, generous, and compassionate. I was nodding along, thinking, yes, this is beautiful. This is what I felt in Thailand. And then she said, but our national sport is Muay Thai, kickboxing. The room went quiet. She smiled and asked, what does this mean? Then she answered her own question. It means that we are compassionate, but we are not weak. We are peaceful, but we are not passive. If Thailand is threatened, we will fight. We will come together, brave, selfless, and determined to protect our nation and our way of life. I've never forgotten those words, that beautiful paradox. Buddhist compassion and warrior spirit defines Thailand. And it is a combination that will serve this nation well for centuries to come. I wish to speak now about His Majesty the King, Rama the Tenth, and Her Majesty the Queen. His Majesty carries a weight that few can understand, to follow one of the most beloved monarchies in the world, while charting his own path of service. This is not easy. It requires strength, wisdom, and a deep commitment to the welfare of one's people. I believe His Majesty has shown all of these. I have watched His Majesty closely, the dignity with which he serves, his dedication to education, healthcare and development, his tireless work to improve the lives of ordinary Thais. He continues the Chakri legacy with grace, with purpose, and with a quiet determination that I deeply admire. I might be breaching protocol, but I can't help myself but also share some intimate moments that I've had the pleasure of experiencing with Their Majesties. I have a great deal of admiration for His Majesty Rama the Tenth, his indomitable strength. And it's only through conversation between us that it dawned upon me his love and devotion for his country and people. And then, of course, Her Majesty the Queen. Now, here again, I'm reminded of a conversation between father and son. I was a young man, and I recall my father telling me, you must always serve your country. And then to that I reported to His Majesty, my father. I said, Apla, I shall serve you. He said, no, you mustn't serve me. You must serve your country and your people. So to that I said, Apla, you carry the weight of a nation. You serve our country. You serve our people. So as of now, I stand beside you, and I would like to serve my people and my country through you. I'm a young man, there's not much I can do or think of, but I will stand right next to you and serve you with loyalty. So I see that in Her Majesty the Queen of Thailand, standing firmly beside His Majesty, serving him, and through him, her nation and her people. So again, my wife and I, we have the utmost respect for Their Majesties. And what an extraordinary responsibility and the indomitable strength that they showed. It's very humbling. Well, moving on. Earlier this year, Their Majesties made their first state visit abroad since His Majesty ascended the throne. Of all the nations in the world, large and small, near and far, His Majesty chose Bhutan. I cannot overstate what this meant to us. When we received word, Jitin and I looked at each other and felt an overwhelming sense of honor. When Their Majesties arrived, the joy that spread across Bhutan was unlike anything. From Paro to Thimphu, from the mountains to the valleys, every Bhutanese knew this was history. This was a statement of friendship that transcended words. So, Your Majesty, if these words should ever reach you, thank you. Thank you for choosing Bhutan.